What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com and today I'll be reviewing the Leesa Legend mattress. I'll go over what it's made of, run some tests, and give my pros and cons. We're going to start by talking about what it feels like. Now the first thing I like to cover when talking about the feel of a mattress is its support level. I give the Leesa Legend about a 5.5 out of 10, which means it is a pretty soft mattress in my opinion. You can see that I'm actually sinking in a little bit when I'm sitting here. I have reviewed the other Leesas, the all foam original Leesa, as well as the Leesa Hybrid, and I'll cover those a little more in depth later on in the review. But in my opinion, the Leesa Legend is the softest of the Leesa line. Now what that means is when I'm lying on my back, I do feel myself sinking into the mattress. My hips are sinking in pretty deep there, but I am able to change positions pretty easily. There's pretty good mobility here on the Leesa Legend thanks to the quick responsive pressure of the comfort foam, as well as the nice bounce from the pocketed coil support layer, so I wasn't stuck at any point when I was rolling around changing positions. The big benefit from a soft mattress like this is the side sleepers out there are really going to enjoy it. I generally think side sleepers love a soft mattress because you're able to sink deeper into bed. You're not going to get that jammed up feeling at the shoulders. Now another thing that's a big positive for the side sleepers is that the Leesa Legend has zoned support, so you're going to have a firmer support at the hips to keep them from sinking in, while your shoulders are able to sink deeper into the mattress, so you're going to have nice side sleeping spinal alignment. One drawback though of a softer mattress is that when you roll onto your stomach, your hips are going to sink deeper in, which is going to give you a little bit of a bow in your back, which could cause you to wake up with aches and pains in your lower back. So to summarize, I would say if you're a back sleeper, it's okay. Just know that you are going to feel like you're sinking into the bed a little bit. Side sleepers, I think, are really going to like the Leesa Legend, and stomach sleepers are probably going to want to find something with some firmer support. Now to give you a better idea of what's going on with the Leesa Legend, I've peeled back the cover so you can see the materials used in the layers of it. First up, the cover is a hypoallergenic combo of organic cotton and merino wool. I think it's actually a pretty nice light feel to it, and it's breathable, so that's going to help it sleep a bit cooler. Now the comfort layer below that is a soft poly foam. You can see it's got a quick response to pressure. That's going to help with the mobility of the mattress. I should also note that it is aerated, which means there's holes punched through it to help with breathability. Again, help you sleep a bit cooler. Below that we have a layer of memory foam. This is going to add a bit of pressure relief and contouring as you kind of sink deeper into bed. That's going to be really nice for the side sleepers that need a bit more pressure relief as you sink further into bed. It's not going to jam you up the shoulders so much. Now, this next layer is actually the most interesting in the Leesa Legend in my opinion. You see that there are micro coils here. This is actually the zone support layer. So at the head and foot of the bed you have micro coil layer, which is going to add some bounce to the mattress, provide some extra mobility. In the middle of the mattress, they actually have a layer of polyfoam, which is a bit firmer than the microcoils here. So that's going to add that zone support, which I was saying helps with that side sleeping spinal alignment. This layer here is a polyfoam transition layer. It's a bit firmer than the other layers on top of it and acts as a transition from the comfort layers on top into the pocketed coil support at the base. You can see it's really bouncy layer. Now, one thing I want to point out is that these pocketed coils are individually wrapped, so it is going to give you that bounce you might expect out of a traditional inner spring. These coils actually move independently, so it's going to be a bit better at isolating motion transfer than those old steel coils you might be used to. Now, instead of just taking my word on the feel of the Leesa Legend, I like to run a few tests on all of the mattresses that I review. So the first one up is the pressure map test, and just like it sounds, I put a pressure map down on top of the mattress, lie down in a few positions, and you'll see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now, lying down on my back, my weight's evenly distributed. You can see it's blue across the board. That's pretty much what I was expecting. You should know that you are going to feel like you're sinking in a little bit to those softer foams on top of the Leesa Legend, but you're not going to feel any specific pressure points here when you're lying on your back. Now, rolling onto my side, this is where this test really gets interesting. With firmer mattresses, you can see spikes into the yellow or even red range. It's at places like the shoulders and the hips, which are problem areas for a lot of side sleepers out there. I was really impressed with the ability of the Leesa Legend to relieve pressure. You can see that it blew mostly across the board there, maybe a little bit of green there at the hips, but overall I think this is a really good result for these side sleepers that are worried about pressure relief with the Leesa Legend. And finally, rolling onto my stomach, you can see that it is pretty much blue across the board. Again, that it doesn't really tell the whole story here with stomach sleepers. I did feel my hips sinking in, like I said before. So if you are a stomach sleeper, you're going to want to find something a bit firmer. Now, another thing that I like to test is the bounce of a mattress. If you do change positions during the middle of the night, a mattress that's on the softer side, you're going to sink into bed. You might feel a little bit stuck in the layers. I did not get that at all with the Leesa Legend. I found that there was really great mobility here. able to change positions really easily, even with that softer feel. And finally, a test that kind of goes hand in hand with that bounce test is the motion transfer test. Basically, I put a seismometer down on the mattress where you might be sleeping, and on the other side of bed, I drop a 10-pound steel ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches to simulate someone kind of getting into and out of bed, rolling around in the middle of the night. And that seismometer is going to track the disturbance with each of those drops. So basically, I'm checking to see if you share your bed with a restless sleeper, are you going to wake up when they're moving around, getting into and out of bed, things like that. Now, I was pretty impressed with its ability to isolate motion transfer with the 4-inch drop. So if you do share your bed with someone who kind of adjusts or rolls around during the middle of the night, I think you're gonna be okay on your side of the bed. But with the 8 and 12-inch drops, it got to be a little bit more of an average result on this test. You know, it is a bouncy mattress, that's to be expected. So if you do have, you know, like a pet or young kids that jump into bed in the middle of the night, it will probably still wake you up on your side of bed. Like I said before, the Legend is only one of the mattresses in the Leesa line. Now I want to cover the other models really quickly here. First up is the original Leesa, which is an all-foam bed-in-a-box mattress. It uses a polyfoam over memory foam construction. Now that does two things. It defends against the heat trap that memory foam can sometimes be known for, as well as the stuck feeling that some people get from the memory foam. So overall, I would say it has a nice medium firmness with some good mobility that I really like for the combo sleepers out there. Next up is the Leesa Hybrid, which has a bit more in common with the Leesa Legend because it is a combination of foam and coil layers. Now the foam on top of the Leesa Hybrid is pretty similar to the original Leesa, but it does have a little bit more support and bounce thanks to the pocketed coil support layer. I was also really impressed with its edge support and ability to isolate motion transfer, which is why I really like it for the couples out there. Now those are really quick hits on the original Leesa and Leesa Hybrid mattresses, but if you want to check out the full reviews, you can Google Sleepopolis and Leesa mattress review, they're gonna pop right up. Now before I end the review, I want to give you some of my pros and cons for the Leesa Legend. First up, reasons I would recommend it to you include if you are a side sleeper. Like I said before, it is a softer feel, which is what I like for the side sleepers out there. I was also really happy that it had the zone support system, so it's going to keep those hips from sinking too far into the mattress, keep the spine aligned in a good position. I would also say it's a great mattress if you're looking for a bit of bounce. You know, a lot of softer mattresses just have you sink really deep into bed. You might feel a little bit of a trapped feeling, but the pocketed coil system in the Leesa Legend did a really good job of allowing me to change positions and adjust while I was sleeping on a softer bed like this. And also, I think it's a great choice if you suffer from a bit of shoulder pain. Like I said, it's going to allow you to sink deep into the mattress, so you're not going to feel all jammed up when you're lying on your side. Now, reasons I would say it's probably not the best choice for you include if you are a stomach sleeper. If you spend most of the night on your stomach, you're going to want something with a firmer support to keep your hips from sinking too far into the mattress so your back isn't bowed throughout the night. And also, I would say if you're a bit on the heavier side, you're going to want to find something with a firmer support system so you don't push too far into bed. Now to cover some of Leesa's company policies, they do have a 100-night trial period, so you can have it in your home for just over 3 months, deciding whether you want to keep it or send it back. It will ship for free. It will arrive compressed in a box, so you're going to want to let it decompress for a few hours or even overnight before you sleep on it, so you get the full support and feel of the mattress. And the Leesa Legend comes with a 10-year warranty. You want to check out exactly what that covers on their website, but I would say that's pretty much the standard for the online bed-in-a-box market. If you are interested in purchasing a Leesa Legend, you can click the link in the description below or on the review page to save with the exclusive Sleepopolis discount. So that's it for my review of the Leesa Legend. If there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if you want to see a few more hybrid mattresses, just Google Sleepopolis and best hybrid mattress to see my top picks there. Also, be sure to follow us on social media so you don't miss any of our sleep news or giveaway announcements, and head to sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.